Too much glare. Let me take off my glasses. I'm recording on two cameras, so if my eyes go different places, I'm recording on two different cameras for the new platform called IGTV. I'm going to talk about a couple of albums I recently heard that just came out. We have the Teyana Taylor album, and the Teyana Taylor album has been going on for years. People have been waiting for it. She made her debut on MTV's Sweet 16, and she was 16 at the time. 12 years later, she is now a grown-ass woman. She has kids. Actually, no, she has a kid. She's married. She just really started to hit stardom, with the Fame video that Kanye West released at a couple of years ago at the MTV Video Music Awards. She has been one to watch. She's always had this confidence and this certain natural New York attitude that she always portrayed. She has the most incredible body that you've probably ever seen, especially for someone who had a kid. As far as what she's trying to give, she gives a lot of personality, and she gives a lot of good advice. She has some good things that she has said to other people based off of her personal experience navigating through the music industry, never giving up on her dreams. She always seemed to hustle and grind. For the most part, we've been waiting for this album. So back to the album. The album is called, let's see, let me look at it. It's called k.t.s.e. That means keep that same energy. Keep that same energy is a good title because she basically has been working so hard lately to actually show the world what she has. She's an actress. She can sing. She can dance. I mean, she's beautiful. She has a great body. She has a lot of things to offer. She's a good mother and a good wife, and she have her reality show that debuted to good ratings with her and her husband Iman. She is something to actually look at in the future. You'll see her doing bigger and better things as times goes on. This album is the album that Kanye West, I really said it, Kanye West should have made for himself. I really feel like it's concise. It has a point of view musically. I expected Teyana to come out with beats and all of these things that you can dance to or things that you can bump in your car, but she actually has some musicality, and Kanye has actually brought it out in terms of the sound for himself. It sounds like I wish Kanye West would have done this album for himself, but since he felt generous and he's given Teyana Taylor a shot, he really did not disappoint. I mean, she really has a lot of good records on here. Her voice sounds good. She has a wealth of different things she's talking about on this album. One of the best songs that I've heard on the album is called Hush, featuring Kanye West. Hush is not beat heavy. It has a funny type of lighthearted sound to it, and the way her voice goes over the track is really dope. Kanye West's lyrics come in, and he really gives us a sample of the old Kanye West that people have been waiting for years. It actually shows up on this album. Everything about the new rollouts he's had with the 7 songs and the many people that he's produced lately, but he's given a lot of himself into this project, which shows me that he really cares, because it sounds like a Kanye West album in solo, so but that's good for Teyana Taylor. She can benefit from the critical acclaim that I'm sure is going to get, and sales that I'm sure is going to garner. She's been one to watch for years, and I believe that we haven't seen even the actual most of what she has to offer. I feel like she has so much to give, and that I really think she's open enough to let you in her life. She's open enough to give it all on stage, and she knows what it takes to be a star and maintain her star power. This is a good album. I would say, although it's a Kanye West inspired album, Kanye West put his back into these beats. I think that it is a B plus. It's a B plus because it's room to grow. This is her first major album from his Good Music label, and she has so much more to offer that I think that people will be pleased. They'll be surprised. It'll be better than people expected it to be. But you have someone that's been in the game, like Teyana Taylor, for many years just trying to get notoriety, but it seems like she's done it her way. She didn't do it in a way where she had to seek so much attention at an early age or do bad things. She really kind of kept her focus, and finally she made it. The next album I want to talk about is an album that actually disappointed me. I was surprised, but it really was something that I thought was going to be a comeback, kind of. Christina Aguilera's new album called Liberation is not really as liberating as you think. It's not a stripped album where it was very personal. She worked with Linda Perry on that. It wasn't her first album. Her self-titled debut that sold 8 million had hits like Genie in a Bottle and What a Girl Wants and Come On Over. I Turn to You. She had all those hits. On this album, it's kind of like mixed. It's scattered around. She has a lot of hip hop, R&B, soul influences in there. But listening to the album collectively and as each track comes, very important is a track listing. You know, when you have the albums go back to back, the songs go back to back, you want a flow, you want some kind of consistency, and I felt like it's all over the place. Even the rollout with her single, which I don't understand why was that a single, and video that I wasn't really happy with. Accelerate was not a song that you make a first single. But you gave her room because she hasn't been around. She was on The Voice, you know, she had another baby. She came back, and she came back more of subdued and more stripped, so it gave you that vibe and made you feel like, oh, this is where she's going, and maybe that's where she wanted to go. But I feel like this album doesn't exemplify that. It's really surprising. I thought I would like a lot more songs than I did. One song though that stands out should have been the first single with rapper Gold Link. The song is called, the song is called Like I Do. Sorry about that. Like I Do. Like I Do is a smooth track. I mean, it's really a good, nice whistly beat, and it's smooth. It goes with her voice. It's really something that I would expect more of a younger artist to do as a first single. But I feel like she should have made that a first single. Like, a video for that needs to go out ASAP, especially if she wants to sell and promote the album. Fall in Line didn't impress me either. Fall in Line was actually a good uplifting song about it's kind of like women's empowerment and Me Too and all of that. But it was just a weak hook. The Fall in Line, that could have been anything else, but Fall in Line. That just didn't flow with even the lyrics of the song. Demi Lovato, on paper it looks great. The song sounds okay, but when they did it live recently, it just seemed like they were out shouting each other, out screaming each other, and I think that has a lot to do with just the power of their voices needs to be harnessed. If you're a good producer, you want to harness what they have. And my my biggest gripe with Christina Aguilera is more of a. I feel like she really can get dirty like she did when she came out with Strip. I feel like it was really something that was a part of her. She was able to express that with confidence. That says a lot about her. She went opposite of her first image. Her first image was pop, very polished pop in terms of. It was good pop though. It wasn't garbage. It wasn't bubblegum. You know, she had good quality songs, good writers, good arrangements. All of that fit with her voice and kind of brought out the best in her. But I felt like as she started to feel like she needed to make more of a statement and come out with more of things that represented her, it's great as long as you can keep the quality and consistency. I think her denying how good she is at pop is a problem because those records before, about 20 years ago, were better than anything she's done consistently, even Beautiful. You know, it's about becoming your best, but expressing your views and things that you want to express, but you want to also keep a level of consistency. I feel like she's all over the place, but maybe she won't admit that, or maybe her team knows that. Maybe they're trying to tweak some things, but I hope it works out for her. This album, Liberation, I would give a C. I would give a strong C. It's not the worst album. It's not her best album, but it's definitely something that, you know, it might be some songs that you like that might be worth buying the whole album. But as for me, I was just kind of let down. I felt like the album was all over the place, and even the rollout, the singles were all over the place. Go back to pop, Christina. Go back to pop. It's okay. You don't have to run away from it. You don't have to feel like people are going to put you in this category, because after you did Dirty, you'll never go back to that fully. But we want to hear it. We want to hear the polish in your voice, the things that you did, not the over singing or the shouting. You can control that and bring it out at times when it's needed. But overall, I give it a C. You let me know if you agree with that. What would you give Liberation? Do you think it's a great album? Do you think I'm wrong on that? But let me know. Subscribe to my channel at YouTube, as well as I'm recording this for IGTV. Follow me. You'll find links. Just search Scared of Light book. I also want to talk about Everything is Love. I did a couple of videos about it already, but this is more of an album review, listening to the album in full and hearing the collaborations. I'm gonna just go with the grade first. I give this album a B. I give this album a B because the thing is about Jay-Z and Beyonce having their mutual love on this album is a good thing to hear. Beyonce raps more. You hear her just rhyming. You know, I don't know if she wrote that, but it's some clever things that she said throughout the album, and it played well with what Jay-Z was saying and how his attitude was on the album. The album wasn't as good as the Lemonade album or 444. Both of those albums are, to me, they go hand in hand. They're like a pair. Marketing wise, strategy wise, this is great. They're on a world tour. And mind you, again, I'm not a fan of Beyonce or a fan of Jay-Z. I just am starting after all these years to see like, hey, you know, they're not going nowhere. You know, they're here to stay. You know, so it's one of those, you can't beat them, join them. But I'm still leery about joining them all the way. I enjoyed this album. I think that it's a solid album. I really do. My favorite song on the album that should have been the first single was Nice. Nice is amazing. Nice has so much to offer to the listeners. It has this swag, this confidence. It has these statements. She said, "Fuck Spotify." I mean, That was amazing. I mean, that right there, that'll make me a fan of Beyonce. And people that know me know I love Janet, but I definitely will check into um, them more, both of them together. I mean, I just became a re-fan of Jay-Z after 444 because it's like they both lifted musically, and that's what I needed from them. It was almost like I didn't understand the hype. I don't get it because I need the music to be there to match, and I think they're getting to it. Um, I don't think this album was meant to be better than their previous solo efforts, but I think since it hasn't been done, I mean, you haven't seen it like this on this high level. You had Sonny and Cher, a married couple, making music, but this is a now thing, a hip hop thing, a R&B thing, a soul thing, and people are upset that Beyonce's rapping a lot, but I think it's refreshing. I think she sounds good. I think she sounds just as good as anybody that they would produce as a female singer doing some bars. You know, Monica raps, Brandy raps. You know, these things are great secondary parts of their talent. And what's wrong with levels? What's wrong with showing you more, than you normally show? You know, it's a good thing. Everything Everything is Love is a good album, but check out Boss, check out Nice. I like a lot of the songs in the beginning of the beginning half of the album because I think they just catch you. As far as substance, it's certain songs that I'm already tired of, and I've only heard them so much. That just lets me know that maybe there's some kind of, I guess, instant gratification that you get for these beats, but then the substance doesn't last. You let me know, how high quality is this album? Is this album a B? Do you give it an A plus? Do you think it's better than their previous solo efforts? Again, my name is Darrell Harper, the writer of Scared of the Light. You can find it on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, all the outlets. Just search Scared of the Light. Follow me. My links are below. And subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll do more reviews, but I'm really enjoying getting back into this whole YouTube thing. I mean, I had over 1,000 subscribers on one of my other channels, and I was looking at my views and saying like, hey, I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the dialogue that I had with the people watching it. So comment, leave comments, subscribe, share. I definitely want to be more connected with you and my artistry as a writer, director, actor. All of that you'll see more and more of. If you have a subject or you have something that you want me to cover, from music to movies to food, whatever, you let me know. My channel, Scare of the Light Book on YouTube, is a lot to offer. It's going to have a lot of different subjects. So it's not like I'm just talking about movies. I'm going to be talking about how to, or information, or fake friends, or things like that. It all ranges. So you let me know. Again, my website is scareofthelight.com for more information on my book currently, Scared of the Light, The Dream Memoirs of Russell Banks, as well as the new book that I have coming out by the end of the year. I'll let you know more and more about that. It's on colorism, and I think you guys are going to really love that. Thank you. Peace.